Okay, students, so we'll be now using Excel, mainly the pivot table, to do some kind of to make some kind of tables and figures based on the agriculture experiment. So in the first video, that's the second of the series. In the first video, I have shown how you compile the data and how you can see the bugs in the data. So our aim is actually to have this kind of tables, like for example you have different parameters for an experiment and you want to see the minimum maximum standard deviation. You would like to have a table where you give the data for the genotypes, the overall mean. You would like to have this different graphs to generate, and to do that there will be different ways, but one of the way to do is to go for the pivot table. That's I'm using quite often actually, and that's very easy to be used. So the first thing is that you have the data arranged in a proper way, and that's for that please see the first video of this series. So this is a data I generated just to give an idea. Dates represent the 3 years data, which the experiment is repeated 3 years and across three locations. There are some replications, two replications actually I have selected here. And then we have different set of germplasm. So we have the exotic lines, the local lines, the checks, and we have then different genotypes in that. And the data was collected on yellow rust severity, then the yellow rust reaction, 1,000 grain weight, biological yield, grain yield, and the harvest index. So that's just the data I made just for the example, but you may have similar data, any kind of data in agriculture you have, in agronomy, plant breeding experiments, horticulture, anything else. So you can have the set of data. What you have to do is to arrange it in this proper way, where you put each categorization and then in each column, and then each parameter in each column, and then we can do kind of different analysis. So to use the pivot table, you have to select the data. So I do control all, and actually Excel is able to identify your data and exclude some of these extra information you have added here. So it's just taking this data, and then you click on the insert. So insert and then the pivot table, and you click on the pivot table. So here it will be asking that you want to have this table, so it will just give the range of the table. That's perfect. Okay, you can select something else if you want, and then you can either make a new worksheet or you can use an existing worksheet. So we will go for the new worksheet, right? And this is what I get. So like, I always keep this the other way. So the data file is here, and then I have this sheet where I have the pivot table, right? So I just name it pivot table, and then now we can make the data table as we want. So like, if you want to see the response of yellow rust across different location, across different years, so like I will select the year and then the location, and then I will select the yellow rust, right? No, first it will arrange it as it want actually by default, but what we want is like, we have the location in rows, and we want the years on the in different columns, right? And then we have this yellow risk severity data, right? But this is actually on giving you some of the values. What we would like to see is the average values, right? So we want the average across different locations, across different years. So this is what we get actually, and my habit is that I will copy from here and I will make a new worksheet. I have the new worksheet, and in the new worksheet actually I put this data, right? And I like to do it as paste special. Okay, then so in paste special actually it will just paste the values. So now what I have here is location, right? And then I have different years, and it's the overall mean for location actually, and it's the overall mean for the year. And there's the data I have. So I delete this, and the data I have is, I know that it's the average of your severity. Okay, so what I do, I will just make some formatting. You can do as you like, but to have the table rightly is something like this. Okay, and normally you would like to do that. Perfect. And then of course the yellow severity, you don't need these decimal points. This is just perfect fine if you have like this. Okay, so it's actually the data I generated myself, so of course it's not reflecting the real variation across these locations, but it gives you the table, right? So you have seen that with the pivot table you can very easily make the table for the data, right? Imagine that we would just like to have the year table, so we want to see the variation across the year for different genotypes. Okay, so I will just change, so we are not interested in locations, okay, but we are interested in different genotypes. Perfect. So you have the average yellow severity for different genotypes across different years. So what I will do is I will copy it again, okay, and then I will click here, and I can paste anywhere I like, but I will paste it here. Okay. No, you will see that the data will be actually, you will have a lot of data and then it will be difficult to manage everything. So how you can do is either you make an Excel sheet for each parameters, okay, so like yellow rust, wire, or you can make like, for example, different tables for year, different table for location, different tables. So it's up to you, just you have to decide what you want. And then of course you just do a little bit of the um formatting to come up with the table as you would like to have. So that's the years, okay. And then of course the overall mean. So this is the overall mean actually for the genotype, okay. And of course you will have the overall mean um, for the years as you had in the previous data, okay. So I got this right, and then I got this. Perfect. So you have it in this way. You have the genotypes and you have the data for yellow severity for different genotypes. Okay, now you would like to say, for example, your supervisor is like me and he want to tease you, not really, he want to ask you actually to compile the data in different way. So in these genotypes, for example, you have some genotypes which are exotic lines. If I come here, you can see here some genotypes are exotic lines, some genotypes are local lines, some are the checks. And he would like to ask you, can you arrange them? So now here you have just few genotypes actually, and that's very easy. You can just in Excel you can do that. But imagine you have 200 lines. You are doing Jivas, or you have like different things where you have a lot of data set, and it will not be easy with Excel. So if with these 15 lines you are asked to group them according to the germplasm set. That's very easy with the pivot table. So here I selected germplasm set. The thing is, you can see that they have put rows, so in row genotype first and then the set behind it. But actually we would like it other way. So we will have the check and then we will have the each variety in different checks. That's quite useful actually. So sometime you will be interested to have the data for each set as well. So the mean, this is the mean for the check, this is the mean for the exotic line, this is the mean for the local line. For example, you are not interested in it, and once again you don't want to do it manually. So if you right click here, you can remove the subtotal of the germplasm set. Okay, so now what you do is you can just take this table. So instead of the other table actually, you will take this table, right? And you go to your yellow rust Excel sheet where you are placing all of the yellow rust data, and I like to paste special. So you paste special here, okay. And no, you do a little bit of manual thing, so you can keep it this way, but I personally like to have it like this, okay, and then like this, right? Yeah, and I do like this, okay. So now I have grouped all the data according to the, okay, my battery is down, I know. I need coffee myself as well, or tea. Okay, so what I do is I do some formatting, and that formatting is not actually the aim of this pivot table lecture, but just better to have it anyways. Okay, and again here. Okay, and actually, sometime if you're not like, if you want to use the same labels, you just paste it there. Yeah, you can. So, yeah, here, and then of course here is the genotype, and here is the germplasm set, right? So you just remove these things, and again this one as well. I just keep this average of your severity, because then you know that okay, this was the average you calculated, right? And this one also, the people would like to have it in that. This line, sometime if you have a huge table and you want to make a difference, you can do that. Otherwise you just delete this one, you delete this one. Okay, right. Okay, and you have basically this table ready for you to be utilized for further analysis, right? So you can make actually different tables with the pivot table. So you have the genotypes across the year, then genotypes grouped according to the germplasm set across the year, and here you have the year and location variable. For example, you would like to see the location in this one as well, and it is placing it actually here in the rows, but it's better to put it in the column. You see here, right? I will just do it like this. And now you can see that you have the data for different varieties across different location in 2022. Then you have the total for 2022, then across different location in 2023, and then for 2024. So you can copy this one as well and make the table there, right? I will not do it. You can try it, and if you have any difficulty, I can make another video on it. And you can do the similar things on the 1,000 grain weight, biological yield, grain yield, and harvest index. So you can do the similar kind of tables for all of them. Now I will now go to the graphs. So here I select this one, right? And if this table I'm interested to show in the graph, I just do it like this. Okay, no, the thing is actually this is considering this year as well is one of the, sorry, okay, no, this is not working. Okay, this is taking the year also as data. Sometimes it's better to add y here. Okay, you have seen this, right? And it's also a problem sometimes with other statistical software. So if that is a categorization variable that you want to categorize something, then better to make it in the form of text. Okay, so now if I insert this one, right, you can see this nice chart. Okay, perfect. And here you can see that you have different location across different year and how they are variable in terms of yellow rust severity. So to get a more beautiful one, you have these quick layouts. Select one of the layout, and then you can edit as you like. Okay, so you have different years here because you have the years, right? And then you have different locations, and then you have yellow rust severity. So you can edit this figure as per your convenience or your desire. Okay, and maybe I will make a separate video on that, because right now I'm just trying to give you the idea how pivot table can really help you to make the nice tables, and then you can do different kind of analysis. Okay, so if you have any question, just let me know. I will make more videos on that, but I'm sure that this is no easy for you. You select the data, you insert the pivot table. Okay, I will do again, and then new worksheet, and the new worksheet is there, and then you just the data you are interested, you want the year, you want the germplasm set. Okay, and you want, for example, 1,000 grain weight. Okay, So you just take this there. Okay, the year is there, and the germplasm set is there, and then you have 1,000 grain weight. Of course, it's going to summation, but you can do it summarize value by average. Okay, so then you get actually the table for the 1,000 grain weight, how the 1,000 grain weight is variable for different years, and you can do a different location. Just try to understand the last component is this field, the pure table fields. So here actually the upper part where you can select the variables, okay, how you like it, and then the lower part is that where you would like to have the variable, like the location, whether you want it above each germplasm set. So with the Faisalabad, how different checks and exotic line are behaving, or you would like to have it in different um, on the top. So we will discuss it in further video. Thank you for watching and stop and I will stop this video.